BlackRock giving us the millionaire blueprint. They went from 2017, cryptocurrencies used for money laundering, to 2023, it's a flight to quality. And now they're giving us the future and showing us what's going to happen. Everything is going to be tokenized. AI technology is going to be controlling everything. This is very important for the middle class. You must understand this change in your financial system and get your family prepared for the biggest transformation in wealth in history. My name is Coach JV. What I work to do is make very complex macro and microeconomic strategies very simple so the normal everyday person can implement them. Since 2020, we followed these waves of energy, pulling profits from high risk, high return, like cryptocurrency, which is very high risk, high return, very speculative. And we pull it down the risk pyramid. We invest in our companies. I insure my wealth. We also are going into real estate and some precious metals. We use Bitcoin as our gold. So if you're interested in understanding how we insure our wealth, you can set up a consultation with my licensed insurance team in all 50 states and Canada in the description of my video down below or in my social media platform. Click the link. It's completely separate from my 3T Warrior Academy. So let's dive right in. So this is I love Raoul Paul's channel. It's called the Raoul Paul, if I'm saying his name correctly, the Journeyman. He's just got such great solid content. So I wanted you guys to check this out. He was is interviewing or did interview Rick Ryder, the CIO, that'd be investment officer, chief investment of global fixed income. Okay. So he is the one that continues to make the big decisions for BlackRock, working to keep them on fixed income. But listen to what he's going to say about AI technology, right? This is a really, really good interview. So I highly recommend you go to Raoul Paul's channel, The Journeyman, and watch this full interview because they give you a lot of hints of what they're doing. They're making moves, guys. There's a reason why Larry Fink switched from Bitcoin is used for money laundering to it's a flight to quality. Big asset managers are working to get some money into this Bitcoin because number one, 80% of the supply has not moved. Number two, there's only 20% of the supply left. It's a risk on, risk off asset. And America right now is not looking good globally. Check this out.
When you and I were chatting over dinner, we were talking about AI. How are you implementing AI in your process now?
So I'm spending way too many hours trying to figure it out because it's arguably the biggest technology innovation, certainly since the internet, but maybe the biggest thing we've ever seen. So there are a bunch of different ways we're going. First of all, I'm convinced he or she who has the data is going to win. And, so companies that are, and I think part of why you're seeing this with big business or small business, you're seeing this.
Remember what he just said. He who has the data will win. Super important. Super important.
Outgrowing it on this business of trying to be tactical, make a lot of decisions, let your teams, let the odds work for you, and then do it a billion times. I just think that creates what I call durable alpha. We still go through some painful periods, but you tend not to hit the down 200 if you're running it that way.
When you and I were chatting over dinner, we were talking about AI. How are you implementing AI in your process now?
So I'm spending way too many hours trying to figure it out because it's arguably the biggest technology innovation, certainly since the internet, but maybe the biggest thing we've ever seen. So there are a bunch of different ways we're going. First of all, I'm convinced he or she who has the data is going to win.
Yep.
And, so companies that are, and I think part of why you're seeing this with big business or small business, you're seeing this moat growing is the companies that have the data. You look at some of the big tech companies that have the data and this acquiring all the data, I think those companies win and they'll build their moat. And so people say, gosh, look at the Russell versus the big, I don't know, small caps, a hard thing today because if you have the data. So that's one. Two, trying to figure out the energy implementation like everybody and think about all the parts around. The amount of capital that's got to go in. Nobody's ever seen anything. And I just don't think there is enough capital and there's enough grid to it. So anyway, we're obviously in the energy space. We think there's some really interesting things to do, both in debt and equity to finance it as well. And then trying to get into the businesses that are secondary, tertiary, impacted that are how we're trying to navigate it. And, quite frankly, I think every day, me including yesterday, I'm meeting people that are in the industry that have an interesting way to do it, private versus public. It requires a ton of capital.
Yeah.
And so we're going to be thoughtful about where we're putting the capital.
Okay. So private equity is very important. Private and public sector are coming together. In order to fix this economy, we need the private sector we need this. There's a transition right now from governmental control to private sector coming back in, right? Innovation, technology. There's going to be an even playing field, but it's going to be rough, guys. It's going to be rough as we transition from America being the dominant superpower. We're moving into an even playing field, an even monetary system, private and public sectors coming together, right? That's why we invest in private equity. I'm in Ripple pre-IPO. I'm in SpaceX pre-IPO. What else do we have pre-IPO? So that's private equity, right? So private and public sectors coming together. And a lot of these people are looking, there's a lot of capital out there, and a lot of them are going to be moving into AI technology. So you can make smaller investments in these types of things. Like if you just go to BlackRock's AI Labs, let me finish my statement there. That was kind of a cliffhanger. So the reason why my thesis around investing in cryptocurrency, I got in late 2019, got introduced, got in early 2020. So I haven't been in that long. But in 2020, I really saw the wave of energy coming. And I started to really, devoted my life to studying waves of energy patterns, right? And I saw, man, this stuff is going up fast from 2020 to 2021. I made more money in crypto from 2020 to 2022 than I would have made as an executive my whole career. That's crazy, right? So that money wave went up and I pulled profits. I'm like, this doesn't seem natural. So there'll be these waves of energy, right? Now we're about to go through that again, 2024 to 2026. Okay. But we need to pay attention to the AI narrative, right? So with AI, money or information moving at the speed of light, ISO, AI, okay, things happening super fast. You have to have blockchain technology. You're going to have cryptocurrency. Everything is going to have to be digitized and tokenized. Okay. So this is BlackRock AI Labs. I highly recommend you surf around that. You need to check out Aladdin, right? It's a super, super sophisticated trading platform. Okay. Aladdin is connected to Coinbase. That's why I'm not worried about Coinbase. Coinbase is connected to BlackRock. Coinbase selected BlackRock, provided Aladdin clients access to crypto trading and custody via Coinbase Prime. Now, remember, BlackRock, guys, was tapped by the Federal Reserve to balance out the markets in 2008 and 2020. You don't think that Larry Fink, the head of the largest asset manager in the world, is having conversations with the feds? Right? He's like, I'm going this Bitcoin flight to safety, right? They're the largest investor in MicroStrategies, the largest Bitcoin holder in the world. There's something happening here, guys. We don't know what's happening behind the scenes, but you can make educated guesses based on the wave of energy and the way that they're moving, right? AI, cryptocurrency, they're saying Bitcoin now is a flight to quality, right? JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon says he hates Bitcoin, but he has JPM coin. I know it's not Bitcoin, but he has his own blockchain technology. Bank of America's with Ripple, Wells Fargo's with R3. The wave of energy is here. That's why patience is, I'm willing to wait 10, 15 years for this, guys, because it's going to radically transform our lives. So we're currently witnessing, this is right here. It says BlackRock's 10 trillion tokenization vision, the future of real world assets. We're currently witnessing a digital transformation of traditional finance and investing undergoing a systemic shift towards greater efficiency and accessibility. What I just said, leading the charge is BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, known for launching Bitcoin ETF earlier this year, aims to tokenize 10 trillion of its assets in partnerships with Securitize. Carlos Dominguez, Securitize co-founder and CEO, remarked today's news demonstrates that the traditional finance products are being made more accessible through digitization. So I always share with you guys exactly what I am doing. So I have my bags packed in ISO tokens, XRP, XLM, HBAR, XRP, XLM, Algorand, all those things. I have many other and information. We got supply chain management, VeChain, infrastructure tokens, payment tokens, but I've also been heavily accumulating Bitcoin since mid last year. I wish I would have gotten in earlier, but I had my own little narrative around it. Once BlackRock started to head towards that, I just started to dollar cost average, and I've been behind the dips. So I'm working to, right now, my focus is accumulating as much Bitcoin as possible. Not financial advice, I'm just telling you exactly what I'm doing. Now, what I do is when it goes up the risk pyramid, okay, so Richest Man in Babylon book changed my life. So anytime I'm pulling money, I'm putting the money into something that will compound, that will create more money. Okay. So when I pull, if it goes to my price targets, I pull from left side of the risk pyramid, 50%, I pull it down. I'll be first max funding my index universal life policies. That's my first step. Okay. From there, I'll be investing more into my companies to create more cash flow. And I'll be going into real estate, mostly for appreciation, depreciation, and the tax benefits, right? It'd be nice to have a little bit of money from the doors, but I can make a lot more money in innovating my companies, future-proofing my companies, and buying equity in other companies, right? So that's where the cash flow comes from. So anytime you start to make more money, you need to multiply that money, right? I know it's tempting to go buy a big house and do all these things, but you should buy things that will pay for the big house, right? When you start to earn income, you should always buy assets that'll pay for the liabilities. For example, I just bought a really nice car, right? But it was bought through my Freedom Asset Management group. I bought it because I get an 80%, I get 80% depreciation in the first year, and I'm not, it's a loan. Like, it doesn't make any sense, right? It's one of the tax rules. It's 6,000 pounds. So both of the cars that I drive, one for my one company, one for the other, I don't pay for them personally, but I get massive tax benefits, right? So you want to buy your liabilities with assets. We have to start to change our brain. We have to rewire the foundation so that we can end up in a different situation. Because what's going to happen is a bunch of people are going to get, people are going to become millionaires in crypto, and $1 million is not a lot of money, guys. It is not a lot of money. If you retire with $1 million, you'll maybe make $40,000 in that income per year. That's not a lot of money. You need about 10 million to retire comfortable now, guys. $10 million. So if you make $1 million in crypto and you spend 500,000 on bullshit, you're in the same position. You can take that $1 million though and pull 500,000 and you multiply that money. That's a totally different story. Money compounds at 10% every 7 years. Eighth wonder of the world, Einstein, is compound interest. So we have to start to re-educate ourselves on understanding how the money system works. It's extremely important. So I've shared with you guys, I use Merlin, the smartest way to track your crypto. Johnny Crypto and I will be going live today at 1 o'clock to talk about the importance of exit plans. We created Merlin. It's 30 days for free. You can try it before you buy it. We can show you how to set up an exit plan. We have a team, we have videos, we have actually physical customer service, because it's really important. We're like 7 months away from the bull run, guys, 7 months away. And if they do lower interest rates in September, it's going to make our assets go parabolic, straight up. So we got to be ready with an exit plan. You got to be ready with a diversification plan. It's very, very important. Okay. So we'd love to support you. Many different things. Like I said, just to be very clear, my insurance company is completely separate from the 3T Warrior Academy. They have no association. So if you're setting up an appointment, that is for my insurance team. Down below, you can also join my 4-week webinar series, which is live with me, Coach JV, for 4 weeks. And then you're on a monthly call with me every single month. And I just share with you guys exactly what I'm doing for my paradigm. Week 1 is cryptocurrency allocation. Week 2 is how to get in and out of cryptocurrency. Week 3 is my diversification strategy. And week 4 is how I have my trust set up, the Rockefeller system. And then we're on a monthly call, and you also get access to our amazing academy. So you can apply for that 4-week webinar series down below. So if you feel lost or you feel like you need direction, that would be a great place for you to start. And just set up the appointment anyways, because even if and I have a private coaching program as well, only 5 people per quarter go into that might be a good fit for you. It could be the Warrior Ascension, which is our 4-week webinar series, or the Open Academy. So you can have a conversation with an actual person on my team to see which fits you best, which is very important. So you can get in where you fit in and join our family. So we love you guys. We appreciate you. As we always say, Warriors, rise, get your shit together. Love you guys. All that's in my bio here. If you're on TikTok, click the link. Instagram, click the link. Twitter, click the link. If you're on YouTube, click the description down below. I'll see you inside.